Hello and welcome back to Sport of Call's Super League Weekly Preview. I'm Tom Roche, I'm joined by Sam Charlton, and let's get into it. We'll start with Friday's televised game between Leeds Rhinos and Warrington Wolves. Both teams are going into this game with 2 wins. Warrington especially with disappointing performances though so far this season. Sam, what are you making out of this game?
I'm not sure Warrington have been that disappointed. I think the Saints game showed the potential. Leeds have improved probably week on week. They've had 2 wins but 2 very different results recently. I think it just depends what Warrington side turn up. They've got the potential to either run over Leeds or make it very difficult for themselves, so I'll go for a Warrington win.
Score prediction? Or?
I think it'll be close, but I'll go 26-18 to Warrington.
I think I'm going to go for a 32-10 win to the Warrington Wolves. We'll move on to Saturday's televised game between the Toronto Wolfpack and St Helens. It's been played at Warrington. Can you see St Helens letting Toronto play the free-throw rugby they want to play?
No, I don't think so. I think they'll be too strong for them. The Saints played well last week in the World Club Challenge. Even though they lost, they probably should have won if they'd have taken their opportunities. So I think they'll want to bounce back from that. But even so, I think they'd have too much for Toronto.
Well, Toronto are looking for the first win. I don't think they'll get it. I'm going to go for a 42-10 win to St Helens.
I'll go 32-12 to St Helens.
We'll move on to Sunday's games now. We'll start with the Huddersfield Giants versus the Wigan Warriors. Huddersfield have been very impressive so far this season. Probably the biggest test of the season playing Wigan. How do you think this one's going to go?
It'll be a good game. I wish this were the televised game, to be honest. But yeah, Huddersfield, it's their biggest test so far. I think Aidan Caesar started really well, and I think on Twitter they're pretty confident of themselves this season at Huddersfield. So I think if they can win this one, it probably is kind of a statement of intent. But Wigan, you know, they've lost once, but they've not been far off. So it's going to be close, and it'll be a good game.
Prediction?
I think Wigan will just edge it. I think they've got too much quality. So I'll go for 22-18 to Wigan.
I think Wigan are going to stop Huddersfield and beat a run as well. I'm going to go for 32-20 to Wigan. Move now to the KCOM Stadium where Hull FC take on the Catalan Dragons. Catalan have only played 2 games so far this year, and Hull FC come into this game after defeats to St Helens and to Wigan. How do you think this one's going, Sam?
Yeah, well, Hull FC, they did start really well. I'm not sure they're struggling, but they're not getting the results. They all want to get back to winning ways. Catalans, it's hard to really judge them because they've only played 2 games, but that Castleford game that they did win 2 weeks ago now, from the sounds of it, they played quite well. So it's a tough one to judge, but Catalans' form in England is still not quite where it needs to be, so I'll go for Hull FC.
I'm going to go for the first Golden Point game of the season. I'm going to go 15-14 to the Catalan Dragons.
I'll go for 16-8 to Hull FC.
The last game we'll look at this week is Salford Red Devils versus Wakefield Trinity. Both teams come into this game with just 1 win all season. Both need a good performance. Sam, which way is this one going?
I think it would be Wakefield this week. I know they lost last week, but they did play reasonably well, especially in the first half, and that Warrington win did show what they can do, and they'll want to get back to that to really kick-start the season. Salford, though, tough loss to Leeds last week. I know Ian Watson wasn't too happy about it, but yeah, I'm not sure they've coped too well with the loss of Jackson Hastings and a few other key players, so I just can't see this week being the week they find the form, so I'll go for a 22-14 win to Wakefield.
I'm going to go for 14-10 win in favour of Salford. Thank you for joining us. I'd like to thank Sam for joining me, and we'll see you next week. Goodbye.